Hello everyone and welcome to our first spooky edition of 2021 of the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here to talk about a 1962 horror classic. A lot of people go to this movie as like a classic from the 60s called Carnival of Souls. Carnival of Souls. No, we're not calling it. No, we're not. We're not calling it Carnival. It's not as much talked about as like a Dawn of the Dead is, or well, I guess back then, Night of the Living Dead or Psycho. This is kind of like you can look at it and be like, this. I could see where David Lynch is like, I like that.
Yeah, it makes the cut of those talked about ones, but it's not like a common like popular culture one.
No.
Yeah, it's more like, you know, you see a lot of filmmakers bring it up more than anything, but it's not like an especially scary horror movie.
No.
It's just kind of, it's spooky.
Yeah, it's spoopy. It's not really it's definitely not gonna it's definitely not gonna scare the pants off you. It's definitely maybe near the end it does, when people are just popping up in frame. If you had that stay like or something like that, it might be a little more scary. But like it's mostly just kind of like I guess how like people consider Repulsion a horror film, but a lot of it's very like an inner turmoil thing, like something's off in this town she's in. Something's really off.
Yeah.
Well, the movie's already off to a start because there's like, you know, like the I forget, it was MGM. Let's just pretend it's MGM. Like the logo pops up, and then then the title pops up, and then immediately they're getting into a drag race.
Yeah, drag race.
It just starts.
and then at the end of the drag race, the one car with the three people, including our main character, goes off a bridge, lands in the river, and then you get your credits.
Yeah, yes. And then she just wanders out of the water. Like, that's like, you know, that's me every Monday morning, just like wandering out.
A great, like, that's an iconic shot.
Yeah.
Of seeing her come out on the sandbar below the bridge.
With that music.
The music's great.
Which that music is, I was like, that music sounds familiar. It's from the song Eyes Down by Calabrese. There's like these little sting in the beginning. That's how I know it.
But she has this look of terror and everything. Now, mind you, and I think all the evidence for what the end twist is, it's all there. It's all there.
Yeah.
This is not a movie that really hides things from you. You know, the car has been missing for 3 hours, and then she pops up.
Yeah. And
I love how these details just kind of pile up on each other.
Yeah.
And it's great. And then you have the storyline of her moving to another town to be an organist for a church.
Yeah.
Which I think is super cool.
Yeah, and she deals with a minister, a doctor.
Yeah.
A real creepy dude that's like, I'll hang out with you tonight, or something like that.
Oh, the neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbor.
Yeah.
And of course we gotta talk about the mystery man, played by the director himself. The man.
Well, don't forget about the landlord.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's kind of like, everything's really off.
Yeah.
After the car accident. And that's what I love about this film, is like, it's just everything seems
off kilter.
Off kilter.
But it's not.
It's like you can't,
head.
and you can't put your finger on it. You're like, that was a strange interaction.
Yeah.
You know, that was a strange reaction from that person. You know, these kinds of things.
The doctor has to oh, like when the doctor turns around, oh, sorry, I'd like to have my back to you or something like that. like to show the back of his chair. He says that, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's really weird, like different things that happen, and it's just kind of odd. And that's what I like. It doesn't fully give away, although you probably could figure out when she, I believe
She gets in the car and she like has a hallucination.
Well, no,
and,
no.
And like the people don't recognize her or don't acknowledge her.
Yeah, yeah. When they stop acknowledging her, I thought it was when she went into town shopping.
No, remember she pulls her car in and then she like stops and then that stuff happens and then she wakes up in the car like it was a daydream. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like when that
Zone.
when that starts happening, you start kind of piecing what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very Twilight Zone, and it's a great I really like it.
And that last act, where she goes to the abandoned carnival and the people like start dancing when they come out of the water. And that's the creepiest part. They come out of the water and they start dancing and they start chasing her.
Yeah.
To like almost no sound. It's like there's the score and you hear her like
footsteps.
Her really loud footsteps.
Yep.
They're obviously 80-yard in.
Oh yeah,
footsteps.
They're. By the way, I think
it's on purpose.
That's like 60% of the movie.
Yeah,
it's all like ADR and lips not matching.
Yeah, but it's that last act definitely. And we're not going to talk about the twist,
right?
Because it's literally an hour and 18 minutes. You could sit through and watch it,
and it's good enough to do it.
Yeah.
It's good enough to do it.
It builds up. It builds up that ending, and that ending, boy, when she's at that carnival.
Yeah.
The Carnival of Souls, if you will.
Well, yeah,
that's crazy. Great atmosphere.
It happened. So the car wreck, and then when she's driving to the new town, she sees the first hallucination, and it's like, and it just builds.
Well, when she's in the bedroom with the guy, the neighbor, and then she's at the mirror, and he's like right there at the mirror. Oh God.
Yeah.
That got me.
It builds. It's such an effective build of scares.
Yeah.
First, you just get him in the window, that hallucination, and then it's like
he's in
the house,
yeah,
and he walks up the stairs, stuff like that, and it just increases and increases and increases until you get to the final act.
And it's simple makeup too. It's not like
yeah.
It's not like Insidious where it's like this like dark this what was it, Darth Maul looking creature?
Yeah,
thing?
the red and black devil.
Yeah, like it doesn't have that. It's just simple like pale makeup, not beyond pale, it's just white makeup and black eyeshadow.
But yeah,
and that's it.
You see all I call them ghouls, but they all start waking up and like coming out of the water.
Oh,
it's so like freaky.
Yeah.
And it's like you
start chasing her. Oh man.
You see the makeup and you see like the effects they're working with, and you're like, there's no way this is gonna scare me. You start watching, and you get to that last act, it gets real freaky.
Yeah, you can see like, oh, I see why David Lynch likes this movie.
Yeah, it's great, man. It really is.
Also, the main actress, she is also fantastic. Great screamer.
Yeah, she's well, I wouldn't call her fantastic.
Not fantastic, but more like in this role, I think she's bewildered enough.
She's very effective at giving that bewildered and tranced kind of looks.
And fear when she needs to.
And then the screams are great.
Yeah.
But again, like, whenever she's bewildered or entranced, like, you can just kind of, like, she perfectly puts it on her face.
Yep. Yeah. And then finally the score is fantastic. That's all I need.
Yeah, the organ score is top notch.
Thumbs up.
Top notch.
So Joe, I guess there's two questions. Would you recommend this movie in general to the audience? And the second question would be, would you put this in your 31 Days of Halloween like watch list?
I would say yes, and then a yes.
Okay.
I would definitely I would recommend this to any horror movie fan. I know there's going to be some that it doesn't have enough gore and it doesn't have enough shock, but I say it's a spooky, fun movie, a little over an hour, and on top of it, for the 31 days of October to make it in like a Halloween countdown, I definitely put it in there.
Yeah, I agree on both.
It gives you it, and this is one of those rare ones that doesn't harp on the idea of it being fall or spooky season.
It's a good palate cleanser. Like if you get really heavy into like, I watched Trick or Treat, and Hack-O-Lantern, and Halloween. I watched them all. Okay, let's put this here just to kind of cleanse it.
And what's nice is like I was pointing out is those all take place at like Halloween, and that time period. This is just sometime during the year, but it's still like super spooky.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't use those tropes as crutches, and it builds just on its own story.
Yeah. And that's a yes on me for both. So that's a yes all around. Go check it out. It's on freaking HBO Max. It's on Criterion. It's on all these things you can watch. Go watch it.
And I believe this is also like Night of the Living Dead. I believe this is one of those like public domain films.
Yeah.
So you could probably find it anywhere.
Yeah, go check it out. And that's it for this episode. Like, subscribe, share this. We're just starting the spooky season. Next week we're gonna do a monster movie. Oh, yeah. It's been on my list to watch for like years. So let's see how fun. I think it's gonna be really campy.
Yeah.
I will say that our lineup this year is very diverse.
Yeah.
It's
it's a lot left from the years we haven't picked these.
Yeah.
But these are always ones that it's like, should we do this movie or Carnival of Souls? And we always went with the other movie.
Yeah.
So that's this year's a real hodgepodge.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the rest of the next 3 weeks. So until next time, Boils and Ghouls, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.